All right. Hello, YouTube. It's been quite a long time. Okay. I'm Mischa. Hi. I'm a psychic medium seer, and I am feeling led to do some true crime readings. I am going to do one for my friend Sky, who just had a tragedy in her town of LoXley, Alabama, in her neighborhood. So we are going to listen to her recording, and then I'm going to pull the cards and tell you my interpretation of them. Here we go.
Long damn day. And around 8:30 last night, gunshots rang out. People heard somebody screaming, "You shot him, you shot him." There was a big commotion. My neighbor ran out and called 911. She went to the fence because she can see their backyard, and they had heard a lot of gunfire, and somebody jumped in a vehicle and sped away. And she jumped over the fence because she realized it was Stanley that had been shot. And she grabbed him and stuck him in the Jeep and hauled ass and drove him to the emergency room. Stanley's son, Stanley Jr., has been in a lot of trouble. He's been in and out of jail. He's only like 18. A lot of trouble with drugs, living that I want to be a thug life. When you run with thugs, you get thug problems, right? So from what we can gather so far is that a boyfriend and girlfriend pulled up in the yard, got out of their car, held Junior at gunpoint, and they were going to rob him for guns, money, drugs, I don't know. Stanley, our friend, came out of the garage, and he always has a gun on him, and he was just trying to protect his son. So it's not like Stanley to shoot first, but I wasn't there, and I don't know what happened. There was an exchange of gunfire between the other person holding a gun to his son and Stanley got shot in the head. That's all I know, because the person fled, and they haven't found him yet. So Stanley passed away after all the family had gotten a chance to come say their goodbyes. They pulled the plug on the machines at 5:04 today.
All right. I already shuffled my cards, so I'm going to pull them. Number 1, strange phenomenon involved. Number 2, important details are not being revealed to the public at this time. Remember, this happened on Tuesday of this week, 4 days ago. Card 3. Victim or victim's family was familiar with the killer. Victim or victim's family was familiar with the killer. Those of you who don't know, when I do anything related to spirit, if I hiccup, like if I say something and then I hiccup immediately after, that always means yes. Okay, card 4, spontaneous behavior or mental illness contributed to the crime. Okay, so those are those. And now my other deck, Crime Time. Communication. The Watcher. Patsy. Listen. Secrets. Other worlds. Last one. Coop. Okay. So this is what's coming through to me. I feel like the shooter also does suffer from some kind of mental illness. But I feel like he or she was listening to, whether it's voices, like a split personality thing, or just these thoughts that maybe this shooter was saying was coming from, other worlds, whether that be aliens or demons or whatnot. I feel like these voices, whether they're related to mental illness or not, or phenomenon that's out of this world, whether that is, real or just real to the shooter, it did play a part. I feel like there's a group of 5 people. Okay, thank you, Spirit, that have been talking about making this happen, but they had not developed a formal plan. But I feel like these voices, again, whether they are from a split personality, mental illness, or the shooter thought that he was hearing, aliens or demons or God or whatever. I feel like there was a surge of energy in him that made him just feel compelled to do it at that moment. And I feel like, there was somebody definitely that has been watching not only Stanley Jr., but maybe his home, his family, but also just kind of watching the other people in this group of 5. I feel like yes, Stanley Jr. was the patsy, because maybe feel like when they were talking in this group of, what to do, that maybe they were kind of looking down on Stanley Jr. And so, like, they weren't taking him seriously. So he kind of maybe had a, macho moment, wanting to prove something to them. And it just had that spontaneous breaking point. However, Stanley Sr., he was literally just caught in the crossfires. The family is well acquainted with the shooter. I feel like they, in the back of their heads, could have predicted maybe something like this happening, but yet they didn't want to really admit that. And I feel like there's somebody in the family that's keeping a big secret. And this person in the family kept the secret from Stanley Sr. as well. And so he quite literally was caught in the crossfires, and he was being a good dad. He was trying to protect his son, even though his son is pretty fucked up from the sounds of it. But these voices, these urges just surge through him. But I feel like there is something that is kind of a strange phenomenon is involved. And that, along with whatever secret, is what's being held back from the police. And I don't think that they'll ever release what that is. I really feel like too, this group of 5 people, I can't get that vision out of my head, they're going to try to lay low for a little while until they feel like things have blown over enough where the neighborhood, especially Stan's family, may start to put their guard down, but that's when something else is going to happen. So it's important to not be in high alert constantly, but to keep your wits about you, because this group, they didn't get what they wanted. So they are going to make a reappearance. Let's see. What can they expect in the coming weeks? Maybe a couple. Arrested Development. Traitor. And Predator. So there's somebody the traitor is the Watcher too. And this person is just sitting back waiting. They're waiting for the right time to strike. Just that's what predators do too, right? So because they need to keep that secret hidden. And if anybody else gets in their way, then, they're going to send in another patsy too. One more of these. And this traitor is somebody that is not even on anybody's radar. Yep. Okay. A witness may not be fully disclosing all of the facts. So this witness could actually be one of the people in that party of 5. And the dating history of the killer, the dating history or killer knew of the victim. So that could have come into play as well. So this is tragic. This is, somebody that my friend Sky knew personally. And, this is real. This is true crime. This is real life. And, it's sad that we need to be vigilant in who we keep company with and what's going on around us and in our neighborhoods, so that we can, possibly help somebody, maybe save their life or do our best to, like Sky's friend who rushed Stanley Sr. to the hospital. But this is not over. The family of Stanley Sr. and Jr. are familiar with this killer, and I feel like with the knowledge that they have, they could be able, to help authorities find the shooter, because right now he's not found. But because of whatever secret they're holding, it's very unlikely that they will do that. So we'll see what else unfolds in the coming days, weeks, months. But for right now, that is True Crime Reading number 1 for LoXley, Alabama. January 23rd, 2024 was the date that this happened. So stay safe out there, everybody. and keep your wits about you. And if you want a reading for something, whether it's a current case or a cold case, let me know. I will be happy to help. Bye for now.